All right, question 2 now, right? Question 2, we are also adding the fractions and we examine the given fractions. So we have 2 divided by 7 plus 2 divided by 3, or 2 upon 3 plus 2 upon 7 as fractions, right? So we look at the denominator and we see that they are not the same. They are unlike. They're not like denominators, meaning a 7 is not over here, nor is a 3 over here. Like this example in the box that I showed you as the introduction, right? So in order to add these, we have to use this blue step that is written up here. So if we find a common denominator, then we have to calculate and then we have to simplify if the answer can be simplified. All right. So if you're not able to spot the common denominator for the 7 and the 3, we're going to do this method. So the first denominator in our question for question 2 is 7. So we're going to draw a line here to separate it. All right, good. So the first denominator, which is a bottom number, is 7, and 7 is not like similar, it's unlike, it's not the same as 3. So we have to find the least common multiple. All right, so we're going to write 7, we're going to write colon. So this would be in your rough work section, right? You wouldn't necessarily need to show it in an exam unless your teacher wants you to set out the rough, show the rough work. All right. So 7 times 1 is 7. Agree? Comma. 2 sevens is 40. Remember, we're going to write all 4 multiples, right? 3 sevens is what? 21. You could do up to 5, but we're just going to keep it at 2. 2. Sorry, not 2, 4. So 4 sevens is 28. So we're going to stop at 4 multiples. You could have gone up to 5, but we're going to stop there. All right, so we're going to do 3 now, right? So what I'm actually showing you down here, this is the rough work, right? So this down here, when I was doing math, we would call it the rough work. So we write R, W. Yes, so this would be my rough work, right? Now, depending on how your teacher wanted, you would, if you need the rough work to be shown, this is what you would do. All right, so 1 times 3 times 1 is 3. 3 twos is 6. Yes. 3 threes is 9. Yes. And 3 fours is 12. Now, as we see, we have no least common multiple here because none of these numbers correspond. See, like how the 20 correspond here, no number correspond here. So because we already have written out the multiples for 7 and we have 28, and we have written out the 4 multiples for 3 and we have 12. Since 12 is less than 3, we're going to write the next multiple for 3, which would be, so we have 3 fours is 12, 3 fives is 15. We still don't have a least common multiple. And since 15 is still smaller than 28, we're going to keep writing the multiple for 3, right? The list of multiple for 3. So 3 5 is 15. 3 6 is 18. So we have 18. Still, 18 is still less than 28. So we're going to keep writing the multiples for 3. All right. So 3 6 is 18. 7 times 3 is 21. Okay. Now, do we have the least common multiple for both multiples of 3 and 7? Yes, we do. So we have 21 here, and we have 21 here, right? All right. So what we're going to do now, having found out the least common multiple for the denominators that were given, which in question 2 is 7 and 3, we're going to draw a line. And you try and draw the line below the to maintain the plus, so the plus is below. All right, so we're going to write 21 here. I'm going to carry the plus right here. So look now. 7 into 21 goes into 7 goes into 21 3 times. It's divided by 7 and you get a 3. So you're going to multiply the numerator by the 3, and 3 times 2 is 6. Okay? All right, we're going to come over here now. 3 divided by 21, 21 divided by 3 is 7. So you have 7 times 2, 7 twos is what? 14. And here we have the multiplication table down here if you wanted. So 7 times 2 is 14, right? So we're going to put our equal sign. We're going to carry over the 21. Then 6 plus 14 is what? 20. All right. So we're going to come up back to the blue heading that we have up here. So we found a common denominator for question 2. We did our calculation, and then the answer now is common practice in math to simplify fractional answer. So 20 divided upon 20 upon 21 is a fractional answer. So we're going to look to see if we can simplify this fraction. So is there a number that can divide 20 and 21 other than 1? There is none, right? So this would be in its simplest form for the answer, and we are done with the question. Now, when we're working our math solution, we don't need to write the circle around the answer. I'm just putting it there to highlight it, to show that this is it in its simplest form and the answer is finished, right? So we're going to come here, and it cannot be simplified no more, so we have finished with it. And this is how you would add fractions with unlike denominators. So in today's lesson, we looked at how do you add fractions with like denominators, like what is in this box here. And I showed you the two ways that you could do it. I also reminded you of the order of operations. So this was this right here was the order of operations right? And what that is saying is that in math, when you're doing a calculation, the first rule is you multiply the variables first, then you divide, then you add, then you subtract. If you don't follow the order of operation, you're going to get a different answer, right? So that is why in the first example that I showed you, you could not add the 4 and the 4 to give you 8. um, because the 3 upon 4, that's really a division operation. And if you added it, you would have added before you divide, so you would have gotten an incorrect answer. So we showed you this to show you that we need to have common denominator in order to add fractions. And then we did 2 questions, 1 and 2. We showed you how to get the least common multiples for the denominators for both questions 1 and 2. And in the next video, we'll be continuing the fractions. We'll be showing how to subtract fractions that have unlike denominators. So we're looking forward to seeing you in that video. Please take care until then. Bye. We have come to the end of part 2 of the 2 videos covering the topic how to add fractions with unlike denominators. In the next video, we're looking at how do you subtract fractions with unlike denominators. At CAD with Mr. U, we aim to become your favorite math channel. Please take care until we see you in the next video. Bye. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.